Your money could be in your bank account within days. Rates near your record low, so visit online or call today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL.
FCA.
For Canadians waiting for a guide dog literally brings life to a standstill. Right now, here in Canada, mga estudyante at guro ng Universidad ng Pilipinas umaalma matapos ibasura ng gobyerno ang tatlong dekadang kasunduan na naglilimita sa military at police operations sa loob ng UP campus. Presyo ng mga bakuna hindi pa rin ibubunyag ni Pangulong Duterte. Emergency use authorization ng isang COVID-19 vaccine pwedeng bawiin sakaling mapatulayang delikado ito ayon sa FDA.
Oh, salamat sa nagtamsak. Makain kasi ako eh.
Pero ilang nagtitinda ng karne at isda, hirap pa rin makabenta. Deputy Warden ng Taguig City Jail, timbog sa reklamong panggagahasa. At mga host ng It's Showtime, ginulat ni Regine Velasquez. Magandang gabing bayan. Pumalag ang Universidad ng Pilipinas sa pagbasura ng Department of National Defense sa isang kasunduan na naglilimita sa pagpasok ng militar at pulis sa loob ng mga campus na UP. Pero, depensa naman ng Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, naging kanlungan na ang UP ng mga kalaban ng Estado. Nagpapatrol, Adrian Ayarin. Sa gitna ng patuloy na banta ng COVID-19 pandemic, nagsilabasan ng mga estudyante, guro at manggagawa ng University of the Philippines kasama ang iba pang mga organisasyon para ordenahin ang pagbasura sa 1989 agreement sa pagitan ng universidad at ng Department of National Defense. Ang desisyon ng DND ipinaalam sa UP sa pamamagitan ng isang sulat mula kay Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana, kay UP President Danilo Concepcion noong January 15. Ayon kay Lorenzana, layunin ng pagkansela sa kasunduan na bigyang proteksyon ng mga kabataan sa ginagawa umanong pag-recruit ng Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, sa hatay ng mga estudyante ng UP. Sa ilalim ng 1989 agreement, dapat magpaalam o may sabiso muna sa pamunuan ng UP kung may military o police operation sa anumang UP campus sa bansa. Sagot ni UP President Danilo Concepcion, hindi kailangang putulin ang kasunduan at maaari pa itong maging mitya para lumala ang relasyon sa pagitan ng universidad at ng militar. Kailangan din niya mayaan ng UP na manatiling lugar para sa ligtas na pagpapahayag ng mga paniniwala at iba pang demokratikong proseso. Ang hiling ni Concepcion, bawiin ni Lorenzana ang desisyon.
Siguro hindi natin na dapat husgahan ngayon kung tama o hindi. Pero dapat ay sana magkaroon muna ng konsultasyon sa UP. Bago na ito, kung ang UP ay tatanggalan ng academic freedom sa anumang pamamaraan, ang UP ay mawawala ng saysay at kabuluhan. Kaya tayo ngayon ay magbubuklod-buklod at magdapat bigit upang patuloy natin diin ang paglaban ang academic freedom. Mabuhay ang mga scholar ng bayan.
Pero paliwanag ni Lorenzana, nag-iba na ang panahon, hindi na abot ang kasunduan at ang UP naging safe haven na umano para sa mga kalaban ng Estado. Sinusuportahan ng Philippine National Police ang desisyon ng DND.
Huwag po natin kalimutan ang DNP. Ang DNP ay meron din mandato sa Constitution. Ours is to protect, serve, and protect. Meron po din kami mandato na mag-enforce ng batas sa anumang lugar
scholar ng bayan at mga guro na ipagtanggol ang universidad.
We will ensure that our community is safe at ipaglalaban po natin in all means and ways para ma-establish pa rin yung UTD Accord, whether it be in collaborating with other officials outside the university to ensure that the proper action is taken so that the UTD Accord is still kept in place.
This is a quarry of peace. This is a freedom zone, no? Tapos, papasok itong mga ito. Hindi to pwede yun. Mapipilitan kami mag-defend ng aming sarili.
Sa isang pahayag, sinabi ni Vice President Lenny Robredo na ang desisyon ng PNP ay para manakot, kaya kailangan maging matapang at gawin ang nararapat. Pero pinatigan ng palasyo ang desisyon ni Lorenzana.
Of course,
You don't know about here, okay?
supports the decision of Secretary Lorenzana. Yung sa Amerika po at sa Inglaterra, meron din pong pulis sa mga campuses. Hindi lang naman UP ang pamantasan na merong academic freedom. Sa buong mundo po, meron yan. At sa buong mundo, sakop naman po sila ng kapulisan.
Sa isang Senate resolution naman, ininaan na Senador Kiko Pangilinan, Risa Ontiveros, Nancy Pinay, Brad Preto, Naila de Lima, Franklin Trilon at Joel Villanueva ang pagtutol sa unilateral approbation ng UP-PND Accord at sabay hinikayat ang dalawang party na magtaya dugo. Para kay Senador Sani Angara, anak ni dating Senador at UP President Ed Angara, produkto ng academic freedom ang bilang sa mga pinakamatatalino sa kasaysayan ng bansa. Si Senador Pangilo Lacson naman, sa ayon na makakaapekto sa kultura ng UP ang nangyari, pero sinabi inaral naman siguro ng mga otoridad ang desisyon.
They enjoy so much freedom and then all of a sudden you take it away from them. That really hurts. But when you bear arms against the government and you're very young, you're vulnerable, and you're easily radicalized, and the hotbed of recruitment would be UP, PUP, and other universities, then I think the security sector has studied all the factors involved before they acted on the matter.
Mahigit 30 taon na ang UP-PNP agreement, kaya naman naninindigan ang mga eskola ng bayan na dapat panatilihin ang pagiging sanktuaryo ng mga UP campus para sa mga akademiko sa ngalan ng academic freedom. Adrian Ayari, ABS-CBN News.
Ang pagdampot ng mga otoridad sa isang tauhan ng Philippine Collegiate noong 1989 ang nagtulak naman sa universidad at sa nooy Defense Secretary Fidel Ramos na pirmahan ang tinatawag na UP-TND Accord. Ayon sa ilang abogado, hindi pwedeng basta na lamang sa likuran ng isang panig ang kasunduan. Nagpapatrol, Mike Nabali.
Dekada 70 pa lang, sa University of the Philippines sa Diliman itinadaos sa mga kilos protesta laban sa rehimeng Marcos. Kadalasan, nauuwi ito sa maras dispersal ng mga otoridad. Kaya taong 1982, nagkaroon ng kasunduan sa pagitan ng mga estudyante sa pangunguna ni Sonia Soto at noong Defense Secretary Juan Ponce Enrile na pagbawalan ng presensya ng militar at polis sa loob ng UP campus. Pero sa kabila nito, isang staff ng Philippine Collegiate, si Donato Continente, ang dinukot ng mga nakasibilang armadong tauhan sa loob mismo ng UP noong 1989. Inakusahan siya ng otoridad ng pagpatay sa isang Amerikanong sundalo, si James Rowe.
Tinungkot na lang siya basta-basta. By armed men, civilians, talagang matindi ang torture.
Nakulong ng 14 na taon si Continente. Ang pagdukot sa kanya nauwi sa isang kasunduan sa pagitan ng University of the Philippines at Department of National Defense, kung saan kinakailangan ipaalam ng mga otoridad sa mga pinuno ng UP bago sila manghuli o sa gawa ng raid o pumasok man lang sa loob ng UP campus, maliban sa ilang sitwasyon gaya ng pagtugis sa isang tumatakas na sospek. Hindi rin dapat pakikialaman ng mga otoridad ang mga kilos protesta sa loob ng UP.
Ang bago nating batayan ng kasunduan ito ng 1989 ay yung tinatawag natin pang-akademikong kalayaan o academic freedom. At kung meron ng presensya ng mga pulis at ng militar sa loob at pwede silang pumasok kahit na walang paala, magkakaproblema tayo rito kasi nga nandun yung takot at nandun yung pangamba.
Ayon sa ilang abogado at guro mula sa UP, hindi maaaring ibasura ang UP-DND Accord ng basta-basta lang. Giit ni Atty. Demery Naval, dating General Counsel ng UP, walang exit clause ang kasunduan
In local agreement is a no-no. What Secretary Lorenzana should have done is to convene to ask for the committee to convene and address his concerns.
Para naman kay Atty. Marichul Pino, ang UP Charter mismo ang nagmamandong respetuhin dapat ang academic freedom ng mga taga-UP.
Yung po mga service-wide agencies katulad ng Department of National Defense, bound sila na igalang ang academic freedom ng pamantasan. Ang payo ko ay pakipag-ugnayan po kay Secretary Dr. Lorenzana. Baka kung hindi niya alam yung existence ng batas na ito.
Sa nakalipas na ilang dekada, naging sentro ang UP sa malayang talakayan ng iba't ibang ideya at ideolohiya at sa walang takot na pagpapalabas ng salubin at kritisismo laban sa mga polisiya ng gobyerno. Para sa mga taga-UP, sagrado ang kalayaang maipahayag ang sariling salubin at pagdebatehan ang iba't ibang usapin.
Kailangan pa rin bigyan ng kalayaan ng kabataan ng mapag-isip, na matuto ng walang takot, ng walang represyon, ng walang militar.
Deliberate yung
Natod brand?
si Kibe, yung
Ha?
dalang na binagang maliit at lumiliit na espasyo ng demokratiko kalayaan natin. Yan ang magiging problema ng
Sheriff Preso, take one.
They can give to you, they can win and
Yeah, take two.
At value
Yung play to.
Walang balak si Pangulong Duterte na ibunyag ang
Silenso na,
presyo
okay?
ng mga bakuna laban sa COVID-19, lalo't posibleng malagay sa peligro ang supply ng bakuna sa bansa kung malabag ang non-disclosure agreement sa mga vaccine supplier. Binatikos niya rin ang ilang senador na anyay itinutulak ang paggamit ng bakuna ng Pfizer. Nagpapatrol Joyce Balancio.
Nanindigan si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na hindi maaaring baliin ng gobyerno ang pinasok nitong non-disclosure agreement sa mga bibilhing supply ng bakuna ng bansa kontra sa COVID-19. Ito ay sa gitna ng tila pagpe-pressure sa mga opisyal ng gobyerno na magbigay ng detalye sa pagpilig ng Kongreso hinggil sa presyo ng mga bakunang bibilhin, partikular ang made in China na Sinovac vaccines.
They cannot reveal the price kasi it will resort to malugi yung iba. In some countries, malugi sila in ibang countries. Hindi pare-pare. Gusto nila magkapare-pares magkatigit-tigit ng presyo.
Na?
Depende kasi. May
Gawin na
mga
talaga
ahente pa, bayad ka pa sa ahente, bayad ka pa sa feeling.
Gate Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Gales, masisira ang pamahalaan kung hindi ito tutupad sa napagkasunduan sa vaccine suppliers.
Take two.
Talaga tayo with stand out if we respect the agreement is that mawawalan po tayo ng parang integrity at saka po ng credibility sa mga companies. Yung lahat po ng mga companies po ngayon na alis, hindi na po sila tutulungan sa atin. Forever mawawala po yung supply po ng vaccine.
Para kay Senator Patricio Lacson, dapat kasi ay naging consistent ang mga opisyal hinggil sa pagsasabi ng presyo ng mga bakuna para hindi na nagkaroon ng pagdududa.
If it's contained in the confidentiality disclosure agreement and we are bound, then they should not disclose, but they should not be giving also different prices.
Muli namang dumepensa si Pangulo Duterte sa sinasabing tila pinaboran ng gobyerno ang Sinovac ng China. Aniya, bago pa pumutok ang issue sa bakunang ito, nakausap na niya si Chinese President Xi Jinping at tiniyak itong tutulong sila sa Pilipinas para makakuha ng vaccines. Wala rin pumanong na itama ng namamatay sa Sinovac na tulad ng napabalita sa mga napapunahan ng Pfizer sa Europa.
Ayan, ang Pfizer. Gusto ninyong Pfizer, kayo mga senador. In Norway, 25 persons died after receiving Pfizer vaccination. Gusto ninyo, order kami para sa inyo. But I think it's a good one. If you want to follow the experience of Norway, go ahead. Nobody would stop you.
Sa isa namang tweet, ipinagtataka ni Senate President Tito Soto kung sino ang nagbigay sa Pangulo ng mali umanong impormasyon na pinapabura ng mga senador ang bakuna ng Pfizer.
Giit niya, pinapaboran nila ang bakuna na nasa tamang presyo. Dumipensa rin si Senator Lacson.
I haven't heard any senator that has expressed preference sa Pfizer,
Okay.
much less any vaccine for that matter. Na-focus lang yung attention sa Sinovac because of the controversies. Kasi mas maraming nag-research about Sinovac because yun din sa kanila na nagaling yung controversy. If they had been more forthright and honest in their answers, in their responses, in our first hearing, hindi mapopokus sa Sinovac.
Ipinaliwanag naman ni Secretary Galvez kung bakit ibang presyo ng alok ng China para sa Sinovac sa Pilipinas.
Katulad po na Sinovac, inoperan po tayo ng filling station. Pagka-filling station po, kalahati po dapat ang babayaran lang natin. Dahil tayo po ang mag-finish. Yung raw materials na dalhin dito, tayo na po mag-filling station.
Giit pa ni Pangulong Duterte, walang korupsyon sa pagpili ng bakuna ng bansa.
Ano na nila yung utak sa corruption. I don't know why are you so occupied sa corruption. Na maghanap kayo, hindi dito, baka sa inyo. Baka sa departamento ninyo, hindi dito sa amin. Ang magpabili sa atin ng mga popular, kunin nila ang bayan, hindi sa kamay ni Galvez, hindi sa kamay ni Dominguez, hindi sa kamay ko. Papel na yan, dahil nila doon sa World Bank. Tapos, i-relevate na nila.
That's important to know, no? To hear it from them, from the president no less. And we're not saying that there's corruption, but at the very least, in the realm of possibilities, there could have been an attempt at overpricing. Kasi yun ang tapos na dumating sa amin eh.
Nilinaw naman ng Pangulo na hindi pipigilan ng gobyerno ang sino ang gustong bumili ng bakuna basta't dadaan lang ito sa tamang proseso.
Ngayon po, kayong mga hospital, mga doktor, o pamamayaman, gusto ninyo mabili ng inyo, go ahead. Do not wait for us. If you have the money, buy it. Pag dumaan pa lang sa FDA, hindi na dito kay Secretary Galvez. Oo, nasa kanya. Doon kayo sa FDA. And finally, doon sa Secretary of Health. Yung perma ng pinakamataas, importante yan. Yan ang totoo niya. So make no mistake about it.
Iniutos din niya kay Galvez na tiyakin hindi madidiskaril ang vaccination plan ng gobyerno sa kabila ng kaluwagkan ng investigasyon. Samantala, pinangalanan naman ni Pangulong Duterte ang nasa 89 na barangay captains na pinatawag ng preventive suspension ng Office of the Ombudsman matapos maiugnay sa anomalya sa pagpapatupad ng Social Amelioration Program. Pakiusap ng Pangulo sa Ombudsman, agad sibakin sa pwesto ang mga ito sakaling makitang sangkot talaga sila sa korupsyon. Joyce Balancho, ABS-CBN News.
Umabot na sa higit 504,000 ang kaso ng COVID-19 sa bansa. Nakapagtala kanina ang DOH ng lapas 1,300 na dagdag na kaso. Bagamat may 4 na laboratoryong hindi nakapagsumite ng kanilang datos. Sa kabuang bilang, may higit 27,000 na itinuturing na active cases. May 69 na namatay para sa halos 10,000 kabuang bilang. May higit 300 din nakarecover para sa higit 466,000 na total recoveries.
Mas maayos na ang kondisyon ng Pilipinong nagpositibo sa mas nakakahawang UK variant ng SARS-CoV-2. Samantala, gusto ng Philippine Red Cross na palawigin pa ang kanilang testing output para mas marami ang makaalam kung sila'y tinamaan na ba ng virus. Nagpapatrol, Rafael Busan.
Mahigit 200 contacts ng Pinoy na nagpositibo sa UK variant ng coronavirus ang datong na ng QC Epidemiological Surveillance Unit. Ayon kay Dr. Rob Cruz, kabilang na sa higit 200 ang first and second generation contacts ng lalaking positibo sa UK variant.
Kung karamihan sa kanila ay na-solve na natin hanggang second level, so antay na lang po natin yung mga resulta ng mga ito. Daily, monitor natin sila if there are symptoms.
Ang Philippine Red Cross naman na ipadala na sa Philippine Genome Center ang mga nagpositibong swab sample ng mga pasahero ng Flight AK322. Paglilinaw ni Dr. Pony Ubyan, hindi 8 kundi 7 samples ang hawak na ng PGC sa ngayon.
Kanina kami Red Cross, 7. So they gave us a list of 8. Pero mabilis na po rin nila. We submitted the samples with the PRC to the Philippine Genome Center. After that, wala na po kaming information.
Kasunod ng pagkakakumpleha na may UK variant na ng SARS-CoV sa bansa, gusto ng PRC na i-maximize ang pag-testing output para mas maraming tao ang makakala kung sila tinamaan na ba ng virus.
We don't select the patient and the swab most of them with the Philippine Coast Guard or DCBA under Secretary Picadillo. They test out the sample. Pero kinakabenta ng Red Cross sa our swab center, we get na 10% of all the tests that we do. So if we're talking about something it will be the PCBA. And that's what we will continue to that picture of
Bukas din ang pagpapagpapagpapag sa PRC ang kanilang pag-aaral sa salang batet. Matapos na unang na isinigay ang kanilang report sa DOH kahapon. Sa pagawin mo, nakapagsunod na nila ang exception sa Food and Drug Administration para makapagpapagpapag ang mga cases sa kasama
Masulukong siya gamit sila. Sila po yung mag-apply.
Tiniyak po ng Food and Drug Administration na pwedeng bawiin ang emergency use authorization ng isang bakuna kontra COVID-19 kung mapapatunayan delikado ito. Ang detalye sa pagpamatrol ni Christine Sabito.
Hindi pa matukoy kung dahil ba sa COVID-19 vaccine ng Pfizer, namatay ang mahigit 30 matatanda sa Norway, ayon sa Norwegian Institute of Public Health. Habang iniimbestigahan ito, sinabi ng Food and Drug Administration na maaari naman itong bawiin ang emergency use authorization na ibinigay sa kumpanya.
At anytime po, maaaring bawiin ang EUA. Hindi naman po ito talaga registration. So anytime po that we get new data, katulad nga po na sinabi ko itong sa allergy or sa elderly, we can always incorporate it in the EUA and revise the conditions for use.
Ayon kay Domingo, ito rin naman ang ginawa sakaling may mga contraindication o di kaya side effect tulad ng severe allergies at isang gamot o bakuna.
Ang mangyayari lamang ng po ay mag-iingat na doon sa mga very elderly, lalo na po yung mga more than 85, 90 years old, at saka yung very frail na, yung kung talagang marami ng sakit at mahina na po ang katawan.
Siniguro rin ng FDA na mabibigyan sila agad ng report ng Pfizer kaugnay sa issue.
At least may iwasan na po natin ang mga problema na ito kapag nagkaroon na ng rollout din sa Pilipinas.
Sa ngayon, Pfizer pa lang ang may aprobadong EUA sa Pilipinas. Inaasahan ng desisyon sa AstraZeneca ngayong buwan. Bagaman wala pang EUA ang Sinovac na isa sa mga inaasahang unang makapagpadala ng bakuna sa Pilipinas, ay tinayagan ng maglunsad ng clinical trial para masubukan kung ligtas at epektibo ang bakuna sa mga Pilipino. Sa isang mensahe, sinabi ni Domingo na January 15 nila inaprubahan ang hiling at pwede na magsimula ang Sinovac sa kanilang clinical trial. Bukod sa Sinovac na aprubahan ding mag-clinical trial ang Janssen & Johnson at Clover Biopharmaceuticals. Iginiit rin ni Domingo na hindi maiimpluwensyahan ng FDA sa donasyon ng Sinovac na kalahating milyong dose ng bakuna sa bansa.
Hindi pa rin po tayo mag-i-issue ng EUA hanggang hindi po ito completely natapos po yung proseso.
Bukod sa donasyon, may kasunduan ng Pilipinas at Sinovac para sa 25 billion doses. Ibinalita naman ngayon ni Vaccine Czar Secretary Carlito Galvez na inaasahang darating ang 20 million doses ng bakuna kontra COVID ng Moderna sa mga susunod na buwan.
Nandiyan na po isa sa pinaka-most na vaccine. Hanggang po niya ay sa September po, pero kami po ay humingi po ng katulong na kung kayo po maabang po yun kasi kailangan po natin ng tinatawag na vaccine. So yung ganun po natin ang pangako niya po, magbibigay po ng ilang mga vaccine sa May po.
May mga kasunduan na rin sa AstraZeneca para sa 17 million doses at pati na rin sa Novavax para sa 13 million doses. Christine Sabilio, ABS-CBN News.
Presyo ng ilang gulay bumaba, pero ilang nagtitinda ng karne at isda, hirap pa rin makabenta. Ang Pilipinas, wala ng kaso ng bird flu ayon sa deklarasyon ng World Health Organization. Nagbabaga mga balita sa pagbabalik ng TV Pato!
Himig Hotdog is back on its 11th season, showcasing the remarkable talents of Filipino music writers worldwide. Maging bahagi ng kanilang himig, global fans all over the world can vote for their chosen song as TFC's Global Choice Award for Himig 11th Edition. The performance video with the most reaction and comments wins TFC's Global Choice. Voting is from December 15 until February 15, 2021. Ang mga pelikula mula sa 2020 MMFF, mapapanood nila sa KTX. I want to...
Sa magpapalapit na ang inaugurasyon ni President-elect Joe Biden sa Webes. Hiwalay naman nagkawang gawa sina Biden at Vice President-elect Kamala Harris sa paggunita ng kaarawan ni Martin Luther King Jr. Live nagpapatrol North America Bureau Chief Jay Manoto. DJ.
Karen, dalawang araw bago ka manumpa bilang bagong presidente, ay kinilita mo din na Joe at Jill Biden ang Martin Luther King Day. Samantala, si President Donald Trump naman, napapapalitan na naghahanda ng mga pardon at ng kanyang mga maalam mula sa White House.
Nag-time out muna sa paghahanda sa inauguration si U.S. President-elect Joe Biden ngayong araw bilang pagbulika sa karawan ng civil rights movement leader na si Martin Luther King Jr. Kasama ang asawang si Jill. Nag-volunteer ang Future First couple na mag-impake ng food packs sa Abundance Food Banks sa Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Si Vice President-elect Kamala Harris naman at ang kanyang asawa nag-volunteer din sa isang food bank sa Washington, D.C. Formal na din nag-resign mula sa U.S. Senate si Harris.
I'm very much looking forward to be sworn in as the next Vice President of the United States, and I will walk there to that moment proudly with my head up and my shoulders up.
Si U.S. President Donald Trump naman nag-record na ng video ng kanyang farewell address kung saan inisa-isa niya ang mga accomplishments sa huling 4 na taon. Si First Lady Melania Trump nag-farewell speech din at nag-iba ng mensahe sa mga magulang ng Amerika.
As I say farewell to my role as First Lady, it is my sincere hope that every American will do their part to teach our children what it means to be best. I encourage parents to educate your children about the courageous and selfless heroes who work and sacrifice to make this country the land of the free, and to lead by example and care for others in your community.
Sa araw ng inauguration na Biden at Harris, imbis na libo-libong taga-suporta ang pupulo sa National Mall, libo-libong commemorative flags na lang ang nasa makasaysayan park. Simbolo ng mga Amerikanong gusto makibahagi sa seremonya, pero hindi makadalo dahil ang pangalit ng COVID at banta ng karahasan. Makasaysayan ang magiging inauguration sa Webes. Si Kamala Harris, dating Attorney General at isang senador, ang magiging unang South Asian at Black American na babae na magiging Vice President ng Amerika. Immigrant mula India ang kanyang ina. Galing Jamaica naman ang ama. Kasal sa kapwa-abogado na si Doug M. Hoff na may 2 anak sa unang asawa na ang tawag sa kanya, Mama.
I, Joseph R. Biden, solemnly swear.
Si Biden naman, balik White House matapos maging Vice President ni Barack Obama mula 2008 hanggang 2016. Bago mag-VP, 36 na taon nagsilbing senador si Biden mula Delaware. 30 anyos pa lang si Biden at pakito sa Senado. nang namatay ng asawa na si Nayla at babaeng anak na si Naomi dahil ng isang car accident. Naiwan kay Biden ang mga anak niyang lalaki, sina Bo at Hunter. Pinakasalan ni Biden si Jill, isang high school English teacher noong 1977. At meron silang isang anak na babae, si Ashley. Kilala si Biden sa Senado bilang masipag at magaang kasama. Madami din siyang kaibigan mula sa Republican Party. Inaasahan na padadala niya itong diskarte sa White House.
Karen, pagpasok nila Jill at Joe Biden sa White House ng tapos ng inauguration, hindi sila mag-iisa. Dahil kasama
Nagawa
nila
room?
ang aso na si Major.
Okay, if we don't know, come out there, okay?
The first dog. Karen?
Maraming salamat, TJ Manoto.
Medyo giniginaw po si TJ Manono, pero sisilipin natin ang lagyan ng dito po sa atin. Nagusaw na ang low pressure area sa Mindanao, pero may isang panibagong low pressure area ng po sa silangan ng Bisaya. Malapit po ito sa Bicol Region, ngayon nasa 65 kilometers east-southeast ng Masbate City. Ayon sa pag-asa, mababa naman ang chance sa magiging bagyo ang low pressure area, pero magdadala ito ng katamtaman hanggang sa malakas na ulan sa Bicol Region ngayong gabi, lalo na sa Albay, Camarines Sur at Camarines Norte. Maganda tayo. Posibleng tawin ng low pressure area ang iba pang bahagi ng Mimaropa o Calabarzon bukas. Kaya sa mga kapamilya natin sa Marinduque, Romblon, Oriental Mindoro, Quezon, Laguna at Rizal, maging handa po sa posibleng malakas na ulan. Silipin naman po natin dito po sa Metro Manila. Makakaasa pa rin tayo ng malamig at maulat na panahon bukas parang kanina. Mataas din ang chance ng mahina hanggang sa katamtamang ulan na hindi naman lalakas at hindi rin tatagal. Bukas po ang chance of rain, medyo may kataasan po pagdating po ng alas 12 ng tanghali hanggang hapon na po yan. Asahan din ang pagulan bukas sa Pampanga, Camaratuan, Aurora at Tulingarao. Sa Visayas, maahagip din ang low pressure area, ang western at ang eastern Visayas, na posibleng makaranas ng paminsan-minsan malakas na ulan. Meron po tayong 84% chance of rain dito po sa Kakarban at meron tayong 58% chance of rain dito naman sa Tacloban. Sa Mindanao, may chance ng thunderstorms bukas ng hapon. Sa Mindanao, mataas po ang posibilidad ng pag-ulan sa Cotabato sa 71%, 80% dito po sa Dipolog, 81% sa Zamboanga, habang mas mababa naman ang posibilidad ng pag-ulan dito po sa eastern section ng Mindanao. Yan po lagi ng panahon, lagi natin tatandaan, ang buhay ay weather.
Arestado ng NBI ang isang opisyal ng DJMP na may-ari naman ng isang boarding house sa Pasay matapos siyang ireklamo ng pangre-rape ng isa sa kanyang mga order. Nagpapatrol si Ann Ambrosio.
Nanginginig pa sa takot ang 26 na taong gulang na biktimang si Elias Alexa. Kasama ang kanyang inakasama, nagsampa siya ng kaso sa NBI laban sa Deputy Warden ng Taguig City Jail na si Ramon Carolino. Sa investigasyon ng NBI, hinayang makipag-inuman ng suspect ang ilan sa kanyang border kasama na si Alexa. Ayon sa biktima, alas 2 sa madaling araw habang naghuhugas siya ng kamay sa kusina, nilapitan siya ng lasing na Deputy Warden.
May baril po siya. Tinakot po niya ako, napapatayin niya po ako pag di ko po siya pinagbigyan.
Pinutukan na siya ng baril, and then inahawakan na siya sa masasal ng pabing ng katawan niya. She was forced not to have sexual intercourse. After the rape, naimatay siya. Immediately, she reported already the incident.
Agad na naresto ng NBI si Carolino. Pero itinanggi niya ang akusasyon.
Kung dinaya na po din, hindi po yung allegation na sinasabi niya. Yung real question for a copy ng page na wala naman siya napakita.
Sinampahan na ng NBI ng kasong rape si Carolino.
Gusto ko po sana siya. Papanong, hanggang po sana siya palabas. Hindi na po ako yung gagawin niya.
Ann Ambrosio, ABS-CBN News. Malaking hamon sa modular learning ng mga estudyante sa malalayong eskwelahan sa Catanduanes ang pagtama ng Super Typhoon Roy at pagbaha nitong mga nakarang araw. Kabilang na dito isang eskwelahan sa bayan ng Bato na dinalhan ng tulong ng bayan mo ipatrol mo at ng kabayan sa Teleradyo. Nagpapatrol, 40 Peoples. Sa bayan ng Bato, unang naglandfall ang bagyong Rolly sa Catanduanes noong Nobyembre. Nasira ang maraming bahay, maging ang mga eskwelahan, kabilang ang Bato Rural Development High School.
nang pumunta kami halos parang hindi kami makapaniwala na naging sa isang iglap ganito na yung paaralan.
Maging ang kanilang materyales na gamit sa modular learning ay sinira din ng bagyo.
Meron po sana kaming broken bond na galing sa division office na 1,637. Yun kaya lang talagang nadali po ng bagyo.
Ang Bato RDHS ang pinakamalaking paaralan sa kanilang bayan kung saan nag-aaral ang pinakamalaking porsyento rin ng estudyante sa lugar. Para makalikom ng donasyon para sa kailangang supplies ng modular learning at matulungan ng kanilang mga estudyanteng lubhang naapektuhan ng bagyo, gumawa ng sariling music video at online concert na inspired ng ABS-CBN Station ID ang mga guro ng Bato RDHS.
Wala man kami sa kanilang tabi, at least yung kanta, makapiling nila kami sa everyday nilang pagkamot.
Sa pamamagitan ng proyektong Papel Mo sa Kinabukasan Ko, nagdala ang PNPM at Kabayan sa teleradyo ng 50 rin ng Copot Bond para sa kanilang modules. May dala ring hygiene kits, mga pagkain at inumin ang ABS-CBN sa kapamilya.
Kung kayo po may kopong banda, paano kayo mag-print?
Yun din po, ang isa sa mga challenges ngayon kasi kulang pa po ng printer, saka yung supply ng kuryente, hindi pa po, wala pa po tayong school.
Isa lamang ang Bato RDHS na nangangailangan ng tulong ng publiko para maitawid ang pag-aaral ng maraming estudyante. Cory Quintos, ABS-CBN News.
Sa pagbabalik ng TV Patrol, ilang motorista umaangal na sa sunod-sunod na oil price hike. Ang kalsada sa ginagawang Bicol International Airport nagbistulang parking lot dahil sa mga stranded na truck. Yan at iba pang mga balita sa pagbabalik ng TV Patrol.
May mga bulong sa kilig na walang level at kaparis.
Sobrang kilig siya. After na lang movie, ang hirap na move on. Grabe. Matanda na ako, pero makilig na din pa rin mula dati.
I really like both My and Erdo. I never did fangirling all my life.
Princess Daya leaves. Now on its third week.
Info and stay tuned. Only on TFC.
Tatlong linggo na bugbog sa oil price hike ang mga motorista. Sa katunayan, lagpas 2 pesos na ang iminahal ng gasolina. Kaya umingay na naman ang mga panukalang amyendahan ng batas para mabigyan ng pangil ang gobyerno sa pagbabantay ng presyo ng produktong petrolyo. Nagpapatol, Alvin El Chico.
Pagtukan ng araw ang pasahero, lalo pang pinalala ng pagmahal ng petrolyo. Yan ang sentimiento ng mga UP Express driver, gaya ni Mang Rosalino.
Makakita mo na, nakunin mo na ng bahay, mabawasan pa ulit. Unti-unti pa, baka pagpantang ulit, wala lang po ang pinikain. Sa gasolina na lang po mapunta.
Sa Filipino oil price hike, ang mga rider, gaya ni Raven, dahil sagot nila ang gasolina sa motor.
Kung gano'n nila yung pinasat, gano'n din po sa aking pagbaba. Para hindi yung pinasok mo ng piso tapos bababarin mo ng 25 cent lang po. Para ang sakit po naman sa damdamin.
Ngayong araw, piso na naman ang iminahal ng gasolina, monusito naman si diesel. Ito na ang ikatlong sunod na linggo may dagdag presyo sa produktong petrolyo. Hindi pa tapos ang Enero, pero lampas 2 piso na ang iminahal ng gasolina. Nasa 160 naman si diesel at kerosene. Sa Kamara, umusad na ang ilang panukala para amyentahan ng oil deregulation law para mas tama ang presyo ng petrolyo. Para kay Representative Stella Kimbo, unang dapat tanggalin ay ang formula ng presyuhan na nagre-resulta lang umano sa pare-parehong galaw ng mga oil companies.
Well, yung mga stock ko yun naman yung binibenta nila today. So there's no reason kung bakit patataasin na yung presyo just because umakyat ang world price today.
Panukala ni Kimbo, dapat isali ang Philippine Competition Commission para matiyak na walang sabwatan.
Bigyan ng role ang PCC dito po sa pagtugis ng cartel. Kasi ibig sabihin ng cartel, ito na yung pagsabahan among companies. And right now, ang merong mandato over cartels is the Philippine Competition Commission.
Suportado ng DOT ang amyenda sa oil regulation law.
We're supporting of the amendment para kung mag-express yung authority ng Department of Energy at tignan yung buong clarity, yung lahat ng informasyon regarding the price, kung sa price increase.
Para naman sa mga oil companies, kompetisyon ang nagdidikta kaya nag-ahabulan sila sa presyo.
You might see it working here more or less the same. Now, if I, let's say, go lower, you could rest assured that the other companies will also match it.
Dati nang tinatala ng DOT na himayin ang presyo ng petrolyo, pero kinisyon ito ng mga oil companies ay pinatigil ng korte. Alvin L. Chico, ABS-CBN News.
Ang FRT3 phase site na inilusad kahapon ay pansamantalang gagamitin ayon sa Department of Transportation at kinakausap na ng pamunuan ng railway ang trace up para magamit ito pati na ng LRT2 at ng Philippine National Railways. Nagpapatrol, Jackie Walang.
Wala pang 3 minuto, nakapag-register na ang seafarer na si Lindon sa Trace app sa NAIA. Papunta siyang Singapore at 2 beses kada taon kung gumamit ng palipara.
Madali naman kasi aware naman, sanay naman tayo sa contact tracing through pure code. Ang issue lang dyan, yung mga hindi sanay, efficiency, at saka mabilis ang pag-recover ng data.
Bukod sa departure gate, magagamit na ito ni Lindon sa check-in counter at sa immigration counter. Meron ding Trace QR code na kailangan i-scan sa baggage claim carousel at maging sa arrival gate. Trace na rin ang gamit sa ibang paliparan tulad ng sa Clark International Airport at maging sa mga pantalan sa ibang bahagi ng bansa. Pero ang MRT3, ibang contact tracing application ang gamit. Ang trace site na trace.dotrmrt3.gov.ph. Karamihan ng pasahero ng railway, pinili pa rin na magsulat sa papel. Ayon sa pamunuan ng MRT3, mas mabilis kasi nilang ma-access ang impormasyon ng mga pasahero sakaling may magpositibo sa railways. Sabi naman ng DOTR, pansamantala lang ang paggamit nila ng MRT3 Trace site. Kinakausap lang din nila ngayon ang Trace app, parang din contact tracing app ng lahat ng railway na pinatatakbo ng gobyerno, kabilang ang MRT3, LRT2 at PNR. Ang LRT1 naman ay gumagamit ng sariling Ikot Manila app.
Nagpapumahin tayo din sa ating mga passengers, siguro itong 1 or 2 or 3 weeks na mababawasan natin yung handwritten na mga contact tracing forms sa mga MRT3 stations ay sana makatulong kahit paano na mabawasan yung risk of transmission.
Gate naman ng DOTR, mahalaga ang paggamit ng kahit anong paraan ng contact tracing para maiwasan ang pagkalat o hawaan, lalo na at hindi pa tapos ang pandemya. Jackie Manabat, ABS-CBN News.
Target ng LRT2 na muling buksan ngayong linggo ang 3 nitong istasyon. Ang Santolan, Anonas at Katipunan. Isinara ito noong October 2019 dahil sa pagkasunog ng power supply. Pansamantalang power supply ang inilagay muna sa railway system dahil aabutin pa ng 1 taon bago maikabit ang pangmatagalang power supply system. Dahil dito, inaasang mas mabagal ang takbo ng tren kapag binuksan na ang 3 istasyon. Ayon sa pamunuan ng LRT2, natagalan ang pagsasaayos ng power supply dahil inabutan ng pandemya ang pagbili ng mga parts nito. Hihintayin muna ang safety certificate bago muling buksan ang mga istasyon ngayong linggo.
Magkaroon tayo ng proper testing ng objective to ensure yung safety ng ating operation. So yun yung ginagawa natin. All
Sunday is to have a safe operation. And we cannot do that overnight.
Nagdistulang parking area ang kalsada sa ginagawang Bicol International Airport sa Daraga, Albay dahil sa haba ng pila ng mga stranded na truck. Hindi sila pinapayagang pumasok sa Matnog, Sorsogon dahil sobrang haba rin ng pila sa labas ng pantalan ng Matnog. Simula kasi noong January 10, limitado lang ang mga sasakyang pandagat na pinapayagang bumiyahe papuntang Visayas at Mindanao dahil sa malakas na hangin at alon dulot ng tail end of the frontal system. Umaasa ang Philippine Ports Authority na bumuti na ang lagay ng panahon para maibalik na sa normal ang biyahe ng mga sasakyang pandagat.
Sa pintulan ng Madlang People at host ng It's Showtime dahil si Asia Songbird Regine Velasquez pala ang puhula ang celebrity singer sa Hide and Sing. Pinahalanan naman ang mga nagwagi sa 6th Wish 107.5 Music Awards. Yan ang iba pang balita sa Pagpapatrol ni Kabayan Krishnan. Artist of the Year rapper si Glock 9 sa ikakasya sa Wish 107.5 Music Awards. Nakikasama si Glock 9 lalo kinuwili niya ang hip-hop song of the year para sa Abakata. Pero gamitin ito ng boy band na SB19. Nakuha nila ang Group of the Year, Pop Song of the Year para sa Love Goes at Wishers of Choice Award. Milestone naman para sa rookie rapper na si Michael Pacquiao ang paggawa ng Hip-Hop Performance of the Year Award para sa nag-viral ng kanta na Hate. Kabilang din sa mga nagpuhi ng awards ang Ben and Ben. Habang di rin nagpahuli si Moira de la Torre at Darren Espanto. Napasok din sa Silver Exclusive Elite Circle na nakaabot na ng 25 million views sa performance. Kung awards sa pag-uusapan, muling pinarangalan si Angel Oxy dahil sa kanyang pagkakawang gawa. Ginawa na si Angel ang Spirit of Philanthropy Award mula sa Philippine Red Cross na naging kapartner na aktres sa ilang humanitarian causes sa mga nakalipas na taon. Usap-usapan naman ang mga eksena sa It's Showtime ngayong Martes nang masalang si Pepe Herrera sa segment na Hide and Sing. Pinangahulang pasilong sa tatlo ang celebrity singer.
Number 2, kayo po may asawa o boyfriend?
May kinakasama po.
Matagal na po kayo?
Medyo po.
Showbiz po?
Ako.
Hanggang sa isa pa nilang sample, palagi si pagpalit sa lahat kung sino ang tago kanta.
Number 2, iniipit niyo yung boses niya. Oo. Kilala ko tanan. Kaya ako number 2 ako. Number 2 na ako. Kim Molina.
Si number 2. Pero nang ibundag na nila ang kanilang katauhan, laking gulat ng lahat na si Regine Velasquez pala ang celebrity singer. Nang promote trending ay eksena sa It's Showtime nang magulat ang Madlang People sa sorpresa ng songbird. Gino Krishnan, ABS-CBN News.
Ilang creator umalma sa pahayag na labis-labis umano ang patong sa presyo ng gulay. Ang gobyerno mag-aangkat ng karneng baboy para tugunan ang kakulangan sa supply. Yan at iba pang balita sa pagbabalik ng TV Patrol.
This isn't the right moment. It'll be better for you. I fell in love with country music.
When you let me hear you play. If you're too scared, you want to know something, you know real good.
I received another letter.
We already have one daughter. We don't need another one.
We continue to have new episodes of Citizen Pinoy, Your Tanong, My Sagot.
May mga tanong po alin natin ito ba?
If you have questions, maybe we have the answers.
Attorney Garfield will answer that on an upcoming episode of Citizen Pinoy.
If you have questions you want answered, submit them to our Facebook page and maybe it will be answered on Your Tanong, My Sagot, social distancing style.
Citizen Pinoy, only on TFC.
Sa gitna ng gulong mundo, kanino ka tatakbo? bumagsak ka na sa pagsubok ng buhay. Sino ang sa'yo ay magbabangon? Simula. Kapag nawalan ka na ng pag-asa, kanino ka kukuha ang lakas? Sa panahon ng kapahamakan, sino ang iyong tagapagligtas? Ngayon, ang mundo ay puno ng kalinlangan at takot. Darating siya sa takdang oras. Hindi kanya pababayaan. Huwag kang mangamba.
Scope naman eh.
Alam mo naman ang sabi niya sa Scorpio, di ba?
Tayo tayo mga Jonas. Katapos mo upang nakuha ng forever. Ikaw naman ang wala ngayon. Ano naman life to? Ano mo karabatang binigaya?
Bakit pinagpulis niya?
To serve and protect, sir.
E paano kung yung sa isang order na yan, mapipili ka kang gumawa ng mga bagay na hindi ginagawa ng karamihan pulis?
Yan, ikaw ba yan?
Isa kang may grabe. Maui, naniniwala na dapat patas ang lahat ng bagay. Pabago-bago ang isip mo, lalo na sa mahalagang bagay.
Umaangal ang mga mamimili at nagtitinda sa mga palengke sa Balintawak, Quezon City sa mataas na presyo po ng bilihin. Kung bumabaman ang presyo ng ilang gulay, hirap pa rin na makabenta ang mga nagtitinda ng isda at karne. Nagpapatrol, George Kahit. Intera ng gulay sa Commonwealth Avenue si Elizabeth, pero dito siya humahango ng paninda sa Balintawak. Mabigat at madami ang dala niya, pero magaan ang loob ni Elizabeth dahil anya, bumaba ang presyo ng gulay.
Mura na po.
Mura na.
Opo, kasi dati nakakabili po kami 1,000 eh.
Ano sinasabi ng mga bumibili sa inyo?
Wala, sabi lang na kanila, ano lang kami. Ano, may overprice, eh, hindi naman eh. Kasi kaya rin binibila namin eh.
Mas nakakahinga ng maluwag si Aling Lili ng nabotas dahil ang sitaw na madalas hanapin ang mga suki niya, bumaba na din ang presyo.
Dati 150.
Wow,
Ay, nag-80.
80. Kailan yung 150 na yun?
Nakarang linggo.
Nakaraang linggo lang. So medyo okay na ngayon. Hindi ba umaangal yung mga namimili sa'yo?
Marangal naman kasi medyo makakayong dahil hindi na masyado.
Madalas naririnig ang reklamo ng mga namimili. Pero hirap din ang mga nagtitinda. Si Jonah, swerte na kung makabenta ng 3 baboy sa isang linggo. Wala din siyang magawa sa presyo dahil sabi ko ng biyahero na nagdadala sa kanya. Mataas ang pupunan dahil walang makuhang baboy.
Sabi nila eh, wala daw mga baboy, kung na daw makuha nila baboy, kaya
Bakit? Bakit? Walang naubusan o ano?
tapos daw, yung sasakit sa INSF, masakit sa yung iba, nagmamanap na daw, yung mga kaibigan, nagmamanap na daw.
180 pesos ang kilo ng bangus, 120 pesos naman sa kilo ng tilapia. Pero sabi ni Cora, may mga pagkakataon na binibenta na niya kahit lugi pa siya sa puhunan.
Eh, minsan po kasi matuman talaga. Eh, pag may bibigyan mo po isang daan na lang ang kilo.
Makitamin lang. Huwag lang
Opo,
makapal.
wag lang po masira. Saka kasi gano'n din pa sa ano eh. Mag-iyer magre-resta pa rin po ngayon. Tapos bukas gano'n din naman.
Bawal sa mamimili ang pagbabago ng presyo ng sibuyas, pero sabi ng tindera si Rose, hindi matatag ang 65 pesos kada kilo ng sibuyas dahil konti ang supply ng lokal na sibuyas.
Mataas ba yan o mababa?
Bumaba po, pero pagdating po sa COVID po, bumaas po ngayon. Kaya nag-COVID.
Bakit mas mahal daw yung local?
Eh, konti pa lang po maani. Hindi pa po panahon.
Pero ang sili, ayon sa tinderang si Cheche, maganda na ang presyohan dahil sa pagdating ng mga sili galing Nueva Vizcaya. Totoo ang niyang umabot 1,000 ang presyo ng kada kilo ng sili noong Pasko, pero ngayon sila pa ang nagmamadaling mag-dispatcha ng parinda.
Binabalan namin kasi kailangan na po maging pera. Kasi pag ginagawa pa natin ang bukasan, mas mapangit na siya.
Tulad ng mga namimili, gusto din ng mga nagtitinda na bumaba ang presyo ng pagkain para magbalikan ang suki nila. George Carito, ABS-CBN News.
Umalbang ilang trader ng gulay sa Tanawan City Trading Post sa akusasyon na nagsasamantala ang ilan kaya tumataas ang presyo ng gulay sa mga pamilihan. Nagpapatrol Dennis Datu.
Sa Tanawan City Trading Post, binabagsak ang mga aning gulay mula sa mga probinsya sa Calabarzon. Kung noong mga nakaraang araw, mataas ang presyo ng mga gulay dito. Ngayon, may mga nagsimula na bumaba. Ang talong na noong linggo ay 140 pesos kada kilo, ngayon ay 110 pesos na lamang. Ang okra ay 100 piso kada kilo noong isang araw, 40 pesos na lamang. Ngayon, 10 piso naman ang binabalang presyo ng kada kilo ng sitaw na ngayon ay 30 pesos na lamang. Ang sibuyas, 65 pesos na lamang kada kilo mula sa 100 pesos. Pero may tumaas din ang presyo. Ang kamatis mula 90 pesos, nasa 120 pesos na kada kilo. 120 pesos na rin ang kilo ng ampalaya mula sa 100 pesos. 200 pesos na rin ang kilo ng siling pansigang, habang nasa 650 pesos naman ang kilo ng siling labuyo.
Kaya lang po natin ang tulad yun, magkakamali ang anin. Dahil kung marami pong bunga, mababa po ang presyo.
Naapektuhan umano ng mga nagdaang bagyo ang mga taniman at ang iba naman ay hindi umano nakapagtanim dahil sa pandemya.
Ang mga tao hindi makapagtanim dahil wala silang puhunan para ibili lang ng mga binito. Kaya yung dating malapad na lupain na natatamnan, hindi kasi nung ngayon natamnan kasi nga hindi sila makabili ng dapat nilang bilhin.
Pero giit ang pamunuan ng Tanawan City Trading Post, walang overpricing na nangyari.
Meron po kami mga personnel na nag-ikot na palagi po silang nakatabay. Kasi nga po, ang pinoprotektan po natin ay kung ating mga mamimili magdadala.
Umalma din ang mga trader ng gulay sa pahayag ni Agriculture Secretary William Dam na may mga trader na nagsasamantala at labis-labis kung magpatong ng presyo.
Another factor na tumaas ay itong mga traders na bringing produce from the Baksakan areas, from the provincial areas, ay masyadong taas po ang bigay nila dito sa mga wet market sa Metro Manila. So yun, mayroon na kaming kinakasama economic intelligence para makasuhan itong mga traders na scrupulous or profitters sila.
Pagkalangalan ng secretary, wala pong nagsasamantala sa presyo ng mga gulay sa palengke.
Ang dapat ay sa investigation ng investigation.
Okay, totoo lang ang sinasabi ko. Handa kami mag-investigate kung may nagsasamantala. Pero sadyang nasa supply and demand.
Ayon sa pamunuan ng Tanawan City Trading Post, inaasahan ang pababa ng presyo ng mga gulay dahil dumarami na ang mga kalakal na dumarating mula sa mga bukid. Dennis Datu, ABS-CBN News, Tanawan City, Batangas.
Sisimula sa Pebrero ang pag-aangkat ng karneng baboy para mapunan ang kapusan ng supply sa Metro Manila at iba pang lugar sa bansa. Ayon kay Agriculture Assistant Secretary Noel Reyes, aangkat ng 54 na metriko toneladang karneng baboy mula sa Europa, Amerika at iba pang bansa na wala na italang kaso ng African Swine Fever o ASF sa ilalim ng Minimum Access Volume. Bukod ito sa magbabagsak din sa Metro Manila ng 4,000 kilo ng baboy mula sa Ilocos Sur at Ilocos Norte. Ayon sa Department of Agriculture, bumaba ang supply ng baboy dahil sa epekto ng ASF.
Bumaba, ang taya namin nasa 10%, taya ng ibang ng PSA, 15-16%, pero ang taya ko ng mga industry ay bumaba ng 30% dito sa Metro Manila.
Inanunsyo ngayon ng Department of Agriculture ang deklarasyon ng World Health Organization na wala ng avian influenza virus o bird flu sa bansa. Magandang balita ito ayon kay Agriculture Secretary William Dar, lalo't maraming Pilipino ang kumukonsumo ng karne ng manok. Pinuri ni Dar ang mga lokal na pamahalaan ng Pampanga at Rizal dahil sa maagang ilang aksyon na mapigilang kumalat pa ang bird flu. Tuloy naman ang panawagan ng DA sa mga taga-industriya na manatiling mapagmatyan at isangkuni sa pinakamalapit na government veterinary o agricultural office ang anumang mapapansing di pangkaraniwan sa kanilang mga alaga sa farm.
Ilang lungsod ramdam ang pagbabawas ng contact tracers dahil sa limitadong budget. At kilalanin ang dalawang kapamilyang leading man ni Janine Gutierrez sa back-to-back niya, pelikula. Nagbabaga pa rin ang mga balita sa pagbabalik ng TV Metro!
Ang pambansang game show ng bayan, sikat sa mga pakuso at pakuko. Is correct. Ang top-rated game show for 8 long years.
Pilipinas! Game ka na ba?
Pilipinas, game ka na ba? Ito ang much-awaited comeback ng game show na binahan ng bawat Filipino. Hatid ang trendier at mas nakakawaw na digital interactive experience kasama ang 2K Master Robin Domingo.
Talata ng isipan at manalo ng papremyo pangmalakas. Game ka na ba?
Ito na sa TFC.
Hi guys, I'm Noreen and I'm on a budget. Nakabudget ka ba para sa OOTDs, food trip at mga ganap? Please don't forget challenge. This challenge is to only spend 999.
Over party and we're on a budget.
Pareho ang DIY. Ang creative na lang. Ito talaga yung puntahan pag gusto nyo mag-shopping. Medyo madami namin hawa. Kain-kain sa hashtag LOB. Pwede refer nyo sa mga gamit sa bahay. Walang kung may effect pag ang ginagawa ko. Join Blogger Lorraine Point as she helps you budget your life. Kailangan nyo rin i-consider talaga yung mga pwede nyo nang mahanap sa bahay. Kasi at least hindi na kailangan gumastos. At ang magkano mo rin, 79 pesos. Worth it naman eh.
Budget na tayo.
As long as may patience lang ka natin, kaya yun. Always on a budget. Lorraine on a budget.
We continue to have new episodes of Citizen Pinoy, Your Tanong, My Cigar. If you have questions, maybe we
have the answers.
Attorney Garfield will answer them on an upcoming episode of Citizen Pinoy.
If you have questions you want answered, submit them to our Facebook page and maybe it will be answered on Your Tanong, My Sagot, social distancing style.
Citizen Pinoy, only on TFC.
Walang masulungan.
Napakalitan po ng tinadala ko. Miss na po ako. Grabe.
Walang batak buhay.
Bakit na nga nangyayari?
Tagal lang po kung may sama ng loob sa kanya. Hindi po siya tumasagot.
Yung problema, basta kasama. Pero always mansani. No biggie.
Kung ano mga Pilipinado. You're lucky. Dito, may tulong.
Laking tulong. Dito na sa TFC.
Scorpio ka din?
Alam mo, sabi nila sa Scorpio, di ba?
Tayo mga Jonas. Katapos mo pa makuha ng forever. Ito naman ang wala ngayon. Ano yung life to? Ano mo pa kapag ang lumigaya?
Bakit yung police case?
To serve and protect, sir.
E paano kung yung sa peace and order na yan? Makikinig ka magawa ng mga bagay na hindi ginagawa ng pamilya police.
Yan ko ba yan?
Isa kang nila. Maui, naniniwala na dapat para sa lahat ng bagay. Pabago-bago ang isip mo, lalo na sa mahalagang bagay.
Naglaan po ng 300 milyong pisong pondo ang pamahalang lungsod ng Antipolo para sa COVID-19 vaccine. Nagsagawa naman ng simulation exercise sa lungsod ng Maynila bilang paghahanda sa inaasahang pagdating ng COVID-19 vaccine sa bansa. Nagpapatrol, Jerome Landin.
Kasado ng prosesong gagawin ng lungsod ng Maynila oras sa dumating ang COVID-19 vaccine sa bansa. Una, pupunan ng vital signs ang magpapabakuna. Para sa mga pre-registered sa tala website, ipapakita ang QR code. Hintayin tawagin ng doktor para sa screening para malaman kung nasa tamang kondisyon ang babakunahan. Ikaapat, magtutungo sa vaccination area. Matapos mabakunahan, obserbahan ang 30 minuto hanggang 1 oras para malaman kung may adverse effects. Ayon kay Mayor Isko Moreno, aabutin lang dapat ng 6 na minuto ang steps 1 to 4.
This is a smaller scale, and we're gonna fulfill the next simulation in a larger area. Para talagang yung pagkakamali, pagkukulang, ngayon pa lang, pakitaan na ng lokal na pamahalaan.
Pinag-aaralan din nilang gawing vaccination sites ang mga paaralan. Sa Antipolo City, naglaan ng 300 million pesos na pondo para sa COVID-19 vaccine si Mayor Andrea Inares. Sinabi rin niya may karapatang pumili ang mga mamamayan ng gusto nilang brand ng vaccine.
Since this is their money, so we want to give them the option. Kaya lang, magiging first come, first serve ang basis. Kung sinong una makakapag-register.
Target na mapamunahan ang nasa 600,000 taga-Antipolo, kung saan prioridad ang frontliners, marginalized sector, senior citizens at mga PWD. Inihahanda na rin ang posibleng local cold storage facility sa Antipolo. Jerome Landy, ABS-CBN News.
Ramdam sa ilang lungsod sa Metro Manila ang epekto ng pagbabawas ng DILT ng bilang ng mga contact tracers dahil lang sa limitadong budget na. Pero para sa DILT, sapat na ang 15,000 contact tracers mula sa dating bilang na 50,000. Nagpapatrol ni Ken Julia.
Bakante muna ang ilang upuan sa COVID-19 contact tracing center na ito sa Quezon City. Natapos kasi noong December 31, 2020 ang kontrata na nasa 2,000 contact tracing
tracers ng DILG na itinalaga sa QC. Ngayon, 500 contact tracers muna nila ang kumikilos. Kaya ayon sa QC government, bumaba ang bilang ng natutukoy nilang close contact mula sa dating 30 kada COVID patient.
Ngayon, ang bumaba na to 10 contacts per person na lang. No? So, ang nawala is yung second and third generation contacts. So, first generation contacts lang na lang ang ating pong na-trace.
Ramdam din ng Caloocan City ang epekto ng mas kaunting contact tracers ngayon.
Dati, if there were 1,000 traders, immediately within the same month, we would know if a case is arising from a certain village that we've identified.
Inasusweldo muna ng lokal na pamahalaan ng Marikina City ang nasa 30% ng contact tracers mula DILG para hindi maputol ang serbisyo. Nag-reassign din sila ng mga tauhan mula sa local government bilang contact tracers at nag-train ng mga volunteer at barangay personnel.
Before, actually lumalagpas kami sa 1:35 yata kami hanggang 1:40 kami. Around, I would say siguro 1:25 o 1:30 kami. Nakakita yung epekto. Dahil una, may mga bago, tapos bago na kailangan i-train.
And then everybody. Para mapalakas naman ang contact tracing sa Quezon City, target i-roll out sa mga establishment ngayong buwan ang QC Pass.
And yung QR code i-swipe mo lang sa mga establishments, agad-agad yung details mo ay papasok na sa servers ng ating pong SESU.
Nanawagan ng ilang LGU sa national government na patuloy na pondohan ang contact tracing efforts, lalo ngayong nasa Pilipinas na ang UK variant ng COVID. Ayon sa DILG, sa ngayon, sapat lang ang nakalaang pondo para patuloy na i-hire ang 15,000 o nasa 30% ng dating 50,000 contact tracers.
Now that our cases are manageable and our contact tracing capacity has exceeded UK standards, wala namang epekto yung decrease ng number of contact tracers sa contact tracing capacity ng ating bansa. What we need to do is just to utilize our existing contact tracers properly.
Inaasahan ng DILG na matatanggap sa loob ng linggong ito ang Special Allotment Release Order at Notice of Cash Allocation mula sa DBM para maproseso na ang rehiring ng contact tracers. Vivian Buya, ABS-CBN News.
Nagdagdagan pa ang bilang ng mga Pinoy sa Italy at Amerika na nagpabakuna laban sa COVID-19. Punuan naman ang mga ospital sa South Africa at maging sa Lebanon dahil sa patuloy ng pandami ng mga tinatamaan ng coronavirus. Nagpapatrol Willard Cheng.
Punuan ngayon ang mga ospital at maging mga morgue sa South Africa dahil sa kumakalat doong bagong variant ng coronavirus. Ang mas nakakahawak bagong variant ang tinutukoy na nasa likod ng pangalawang wave ng infections doon.
The world has underestimated this virus. This virus can evolve, it can adapt.
Punuan din ang mga emergency room at intensive care units sa Lebanon dahil sa patuloy na pagdami ng mga nagkaka-COVID-19. Pagod at nagkakasakit na ang ilang health workers habang napipilitan maghintay na lang sa labas ng mga ospital at ibang pasyente. Sa Bogota, Colombia, pinalagit ng 2 linggo ang 8 p.m. hanggang 4 a.m. na curfew at ipaiiral muli ang quarantine simula sa weekend. Sa Amerika, ng US President-elect Joe Biden na iba din ang travel restrictions sa mga pasahero mula Europa at Brazil. Iniutos ni outgoing President Donald Trump na alisin ang restrictions simula January 26. Kahit wala na siya sa pwesto sa panahon yun, 5 pang mass vaccination sites ang binuksan sa Los Angeles at kabilang sa mga umila para magpapakuna ang mga Pinoy dentist na sila Dr. Raymond Ule at asawang si Bob. Sa Italy, mahigit 1 milyon na ang nabaklahan laban sa COVID-19, kabilang ang Pinoy first responder na si Quintin Cavite Jr.
After ng bakuna, wala naman akong naman na iba. Wala nung mga kwento ng iba na nag-create ng panic. Inobserva ko ang sarili ko na kung magkakaroon man ng effects na ganito, ay konsultahin agad ang
Pinuna naman ang isang independent panel ang naging tugon ng China at World Health Organization sa mga unang araw ng COVID-19 outbreak. Hindi umano naging sapat ang public health measures na ipinatupad sa China noon
at muli na magdeklara ang WHO ng international emergency noong January 30 noong isang taon. At sa Hong Kong, nananatili sa heightened alert ang lugar dahil sa muling pagdami ng mga nagpo-positibo sa sakit. 107 bagong kaso ang iniulat kahapon, ang pinakamataas sa loob ng isang buwan. Willard Check, ABS-CBN News.
Inaabangan na ang mga proyektong gagawin ni Janine Gutierrez sa Kapamilya Network. Pero dalawang kapamilya hindi men agad ang makakasama niya sa back-to-back na pelikula. Kilalanin sila sa pagpapatrol ni FG Felipe.
Taon, bagong bahay. Excited na si Janine Gutierrez sa mga proyektong nakalinya niyang gawin sa Kapamilya Network. Pero bago pa man pumirma si Janine ng exclusive contract sa ABS-CBN, dalawang pelikula na agad ang kanyang ginawa kasama ang dalawang award-winning kapamilya leading men. Isa na rito si Paolo Avellino na makakatambal niya sa Ngayon Kaya. Kinuna ng pelikula para sa Metro Manila Summer Film Festival noong isang taon. Pero ipapalabas na lang ito ngayong 2021.
Ang gano'n na nating magkaibigan. Pwede na ba?
May movie din ginawa si Janine kasama si JC Santos na kinuna nila sa gitna ng quarantine bago magpasko.
Ang title ng pelikula ay Dito at Doon, directed by JP Hapa. It's a love story na nangyari during quarantine.
Tinaral namin yung anong pwede mabubuong relationship sa panahon ng pandemya. Lahat ng tao ay heightened emotions. Ang character ko dito ay delivery boy. Kung paano kami nag-connect.
Ang character ko kasi si Len, siya yung very maprinsipyo, matweet ng kung ano-anong nararamdaman niya tungkol sa mga bari-bari sa Pilipinas. At meron siyang nakaway. So, yun ang...
Kung magsisimula ang kwento. Yes.
Alam ni Janine na madalas malalim ang hugot ng mga pelikulang ginagawa ni JC. Bagay na bago para sa aktres.
It's a new experience. Ako, masaya lang ako na nabigyan ulit ng trabaho yung artista, yung crew, yung staff. Kasi di ba matagal bago naka-adjust yung entertainment industry.
Tapos na nilang i-shoot ang pelikula at target itong ipalabas ngayong Marso.
Ano mo ba tatawag?
Hello.
MJ Felipe, ABS-CBN News.
Kahanga-hanga pong isang tatay na stroke survivor dahil sa kakaiba niyang paraan ng paglalako ng merienda hotdog. Nakasabi po sa katawan ng 53 taong gulang na si Anthony Espino o Tatay Bobby ang tinatawag na mobile hotdog grill kung saan siya pwedeng mag-ihaw ng hotdog. Taong 2017 nang ma-stroke si Tatay Bobby. Pero simula noong Disyembre, tinitiis niyang halos 6 na oras na balik ang biyahe mula sa kanilang bahay sa Kabayan, Caloocan hanggang sa Makati para lamang ipagpusto sa kanyang pamilya at para humipang gamot. Payo po ni Tatay Bobby, huwag mawalan ng pag-asa.
May gastatudo o may Tatay Bobby. Ano?
Wala naman sinabi.
Oo. Pero yung mga gustong tumulong,
Gusto niyang tumayo sa sarili niyang paa. Nagne-negosyo sa Makati City Hall. Pwede nung pakyawin yung kanyang paninda sa
maganda
Makati City
yun.
Hall.
Oo. Actually, ang sarap tulungan ng mga tao na tinutulungan ng sarili nila.
So, stationary lang siya doon. Ang lakad lang yan, mula sa Pumarito, punta sa doon.
Nagko-commute siya.
Oo.
From Kabayan, Caloocan to Makati City Hall. Layo na. Oo, nagko-commute siya.
Pero kanina naglalakad din siya ng event.
Kasi nagsisipon.
Oh my gosh. O Tatay Bobby, ang galing mo. At yeah, panalo. You're an inspiration. At yan ang mga balitang nakalat sa aming mas malawak na pagpapagron.
Patuloy po kami maglilingkod mga kapamilya.
At kabayan, worldwide ang balita natin sa sa mundo ay mapapanood ninyo ang TV Patrol Live at on demand sa social media, sa cable, pati na po sa I1 AFC. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi! Kabayan!
It's the official answer. Back to you.
Cam, thanks for that up-to-the-minute update. Appreciate it.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will be speaking live this morning. Ottawa is under pressure to try and shorten the delay of vaccines after European leaders pushed back against the drug maker Pfizer. Now, since then, their delivery delay period was shortened from 4 weeks to just 1. The Conservatives are calling on Trudeau to explain why Canada's delivery schedule has been affected for longer. In response to this delay, several provinces have adjusted their plans to roll out the vaccine. Alberta, Manitoba, no longer making appointments for the first dose of the vaccine, while BC is waiting to expand its rollout. Here in Ontario, changes have been made on when people will get the second booster dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Long-term care residents, staffers, and essential caregivers will get it in 21 to 27 days. All other healthcare workers will get that second dose between 21 and up to 42 days later. The first city-run COVID-19 immunization clinic is up and running, but officials have been forced to pump the brakes. The Metro Toronto Convention Centre is among the largest vaccination sites that's been set up outside of the hospital. The goal here is to inoculate 250 frontline healthcare workers every day. But the city says vaccinations are going to have to temporarily be paused beginning Friday because of a shortage of vaccine supply. Earlier, we spoke to infectious disease specialist Dr. Isaac Bogosh regarding the shortage of vaccine.
I am concerned because that does delay the expansion.
Fast forward to 2019, we've had a spike in violence in the city, like a lot of urban cities across America. And I think part of
a great deal. I felt like
power. Do the Nets have enough defense? Because they sent out their best defender in Jared Allen to make that deal, and their depth is a bit depleted. That was a strength to start the season. It's now potentially a weakness. So a top-heavy roster, but top-heavy in a way that a lot of teams would certainly love to have.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with it. James Harden, Kevin Durant, big two there at least. Speaking of guys that are getting down on offense and defense, Chris Boucher of the Toronto Raptors. You see him as kind of a star in the making?
Well, I don't want to take that big of a leap yet. I know, certainly on Raptors Twitter, even on NBA Twitter, we're nominating him for every award right now. Most improved, MVP, All NBA, Sixth Man. Just give him all the awards right now. He's looked spectacular, and it's amazing because you look at Chris Boucher, physically not imposing for a big man, clearly, and not a guy who just leaps off the page, but he's just getting it done. The outside jumper has been great. He's obviously just a great hustle guy, and just fits in really well. And for this team that has been searching for somebody else to kind of come through and round out this rotation again with all the defections that they've had, losing Ibaka, losing Marc Gasol, for Boucher to make this kind of leap right now, well-timed, and yeah, he's made himself into a really nice player, and he's basically essential for them at this point.
I think I've contributed to the handing of awards to Chris Boucher on Twitter, so my bad for that. That is 100% on me. As for the Clippers, do you think they've kind of figured out their chemistry issues, or do you want to see more from them still?
It's really early in the season, so we're seeing all kinds of stuff, weird things that seem right, things that seem wrong, things that just are inexplicable. I mean, I don't know how to draw conclusions this early on, but I can say the Clippers are looking like the team that we thought we'd see last season. And in their defense, we did see that team at times last season. That team just didn't show up when it came to the bubble and the playoffs in particular. So maybe the chemistry issues have sorted themselves out. Maybe the addition of Serge Ibaka and the departure of Montrezl Harrell has sorted that out a little bit. Maybe it's just Paul George coming in fully healthy. Remember, he had double shoulder surgery prior to last season, and that meant he started the season on the shelf, so he and Kawhi Leonard didn't get that much time together to start, and then the whole season was like that. So they've been together now longer. They have rejiggered the lineup a bit, and they've got a new coach in Tyronn Lue. So this is a little bit different context for the Clippers. I think they're going to be the primary challenger to the Lakers in the West. I don't think that's a big stretch.
We all, of course, will wait to judge them in the playoffs, so which is fair to say, I think. Howard Beck, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for this.
My pleasure.
Want to win free Mary Brown's chicken for a year? Download the Mary Brown's app and you can win the crispiest, juiciest year of your life, plus other exciting prizes. Get happy with Mary Brown's chicken.
All right, elsewhere in the NBA, Victor Oladipo made his Rockets debut
acquired the James Harden deal, and Oladipo did not disappoint. He scored a team-high 32, but in the second quarter, he loses the ball. Zach Levine grabs a hold. Right here, big old windmill. He had 33 points, and the Bulls win by 5.
No.
San Antonio taking advantage of a banged-up Blazers lineup. DeMar DeRozan, 11 assists. Love to see. Scored down 20 points as well. Spurs win 125.
Okay. Baka nag-schooling.
Austin T-Wolves, Trae Young showing his range. That was deep.
Okay.
Logo. He's 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double. Third quarter, John Collins, sensational.
Tanggalin mo.
One-hand slam, reach up and go get it. Part of a 17-3 run.
Tanggalin mo.
Suns Grizzlies. Second quarter, Chris Paul lobs it up for DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton dropped the rim of the alley. So much so, the arena crew had to come re-level the rim. And 12 hours like, yo, nice job, guys. Very impressed.
He's really comfortable with that.
Grizzlies win. What a wait.
As the Habs made back-to-back wins against the Edmonton Oilers, with Jake Allen backstopping Montreal's victory Monday night. For more from Edmonton, here's Jack Michaels and Louis DeBrusk.
Thanks. Our final score tonight from Rogers Place. Montreal 3, Edmonton 1, and Louis, no question about the story of this two-game set was Montreal's goaltending. Edmonton fired 61 shots at the Canadiens' net, and only 2 went by the Canadian goaltenders.
Well, the luxury they have after the performance Carey Price had Saturday night to put Jake Allen in here for his first start. Claude Julien, they most likely talked this over, had this schedule to put him in there, even after that great performance. But this is what you get when you go out there and get a goaltender like Jake Allen as a backup to Carey Price. He was solid in there. He played a real solid first game for them. The team in front of him battled real hard. I don't think Edmonton got enough shots on him. That's one thing they're going to have to work on, especially on the power play. A shoot-first mentality. Soften up the defense, look for those greasy goals in front. It didn't happen. Well, Jake Allen had to make big saves. Big performance by him in his first win in the Habs uniform.
And thus far in the young season, and really this should come as no surprise, that first goal again coming up big for Montreal, and this time it belonged to the youngster, Alexander Romanov. We've heard a lot about him, and I have a feeling we're going to continue to hear a lot about him.
This kid's just going to get better and better. Such poise he plays the game with, and it's that little zinger wrister through the traffic. And it didn't look like much when you watch him release that one, but he's got some pace on his shot. We saw a couple slappers, a couple broken sticks. He's also pretty physical, but congratulations to him on his first goal, and it was a big one. That really set the tone of this game for the Montreal Canadiens.
Canadians off to a fabulous start, 2-0 in one of their first 3 games, all on the road. Meanwhile, Edmonton drops to 1-3, heading into Wednesday night hockey in Toronto.
Up next, Zlatan is back after 2 months out, which means he's got some catching up to do. Highlights from Italy next.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in an ambulance, a police car, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivalline.org to find out more.
A giddy sense of anticipation here in the OLG Price Center as the Plinko chip is heading to the pits. And here it goes, hugging the middle lane, into the corners, and another bounce. Delirium here on the Plinko board. Do you believe in big wins? Yes, a perfect landing in the top price slot. Play the new instant Plinko ticket with your chance to win a chip drop on a real Plinko board for a guaranteed win of up to $500,000.
What is that?
Mine. Why?
It's just that it's...
Lavender? Yes, it is. It's for men.
And it's not.
Sheldon, good to see you. I can see you're upset, but when we said ditch the shells, we were talking about pistachios, not you.
Oh, you mean these pistachios? Oh, no, you look upset. You okay, John?
Can we get some arugula, please?
the spread of COVID-19. Everyone who can needs to stay home. Don't put others at risk. COVID-19 can be deadly. Stop the spread. Stay at home. Learn more at ontario.ca/coronavirus. Help stop the spread of COVID-19. Avoid local travel. Exceptions are groceries, prescriptions, and medical appointments. COVID-19 can be deadly. Stop the spread. Stay at home. Learn more at ontario.ca/coronavirus.
As a sports fan and life coach, I'm here to give you the confidence you need to step outside your comfort zone. And you can do it now with Sportsnet Now. If you feel conflicted about confiscating your child's tablet to stream the game, don't. It's simply good parenting. Limit their screen time, not yours. It's one of the many perks of adulthood. That, total cookie autonomy.
Hey, here's your daily forecast for Tuesday. Ovi, Sid. Second time in 3 nights. The Count take on the Mets. Hockey Central gets the night going at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific time.
Got a matchup of Canadian superstars in the NBA tomorrow in Nuggets with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder. That's on Sportsnet 1 at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
In sports. And the Avs take on the Kings on Sportsnet. You see that at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific time.
We also have 3 soccer games on the network for Tuesday. Our Bundesliga matchups, including Leverkusen hosting Borussia Dortmund at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific time, and FA Cup action, Southampton taking on Shrewsbury Town. Sportsnet 1. All right, Arsenal taking on Newcastle. 50th minute, Gunners on the counter. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang races into the area and fires it home. He then does a front flip, oh so casually. Hey, you can do that, right?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
A socially distanced celebration. Oh, I respect. 1-0. 60th minute, more from the home side. Neil Smith Rowe plays it over to Kyle Sacco, who slots it home. Make that 2-0. How about that? 77th minute. Cedric Suarez gets it to Aubameyang, who scores his second of the match, and Arsenal win 3-0.
Forgot about my social distancing. And a second Aubameyang goal. Cagliari AC Milan in Serie A. Zlatan, he's back. First Serie A start since November 22nd at the 5th minute. Ibra taking down the box. That's a penalty, and only one man will step up to the spot to take said penalty. Zlatan scores. Goals in 7 of his 8 league matches. Milan up 1-0 at the break. 52nd minute. Davide Calabria. Long pass for Ibra. Buries the half ball in his 5th race. 12th goal of the campaign. AC Milan, they remain unbeaten on the road. They win 2-0. Final.
Always have confidence, Ibra.
Oh my god, right? Man, at a damn stage, he just doesn't care.
No, 0 Fs to give. So is the North Division.
I was just gonna say that.
Same division. Yeah.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw inside WWE Thunderdome. Yeah, let's start out on Monday night.
Energized by the luxury only swatted away by the late of Boucher. Raps look again at coming against the Eastern Conference champs.
So the open brand and the final throws edition of
Raptors tomorrow. Sportsnet.
Is this a big one?
Yeah?
I got huge news. The next Lotto Max jackpot is $55 million, plus an estimated 4 Max Millions.
Just think of what we could do with that.
From beach houses to helicopters. If you can dream it, you can dream it bigger.
Does he just live in there?
Withdrawals Tuesdays and Fridays, you can dream to the max. The next Lotto Max jackpot is $55 million, plus an estimated 4 Max Millions.
Denied long-term disability benefits. Here are 3 things you should know. 1, you can challenge the insurance company if they say your claim is denied or your file is closed. 2, having a lawyer on your side is the only way to get your benefits. 3, the share law guarantee, you won't pay anything unless share lawyers win your case. If you've been denied your long-term disability benefits, share is there. Call share lawyers, 888-225-9000.
Next one, ma'am. Okay. Okay.
Arby's is heating up winter with 2 for $6. That's 2 flame grilled 100% Canadian beef original or veggie burgers, or 1 of each for only $6. Top them just how you like them, with over 20 toppings and sauces. Get 2 for $6 in takeout, drive-thru, or order ahead on the mobile app to pick up and go. Arby's 2 for $6. Get it now or even later with new late night hours. Here only until January 24th at Arby's. It's a beautiful thing.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drug drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive Drive Sober.
No matter how long this revolution may take, there can be no turning back.
I'm just getting started.
This is America. Binge every episode on FX now.
Coming up on Sports Essential, Pam and I have yet to find a North Division matchup we don't like. We certainly love Leafs
what
and
is our
Jets, although
GP
Winnipeg without Patrick Laine kicking off.
Hey, welcome back to the Canucks lineup. JT Miller, can you?
Actually, si Bay laptop by
Welcome
himself.
to the half.
Huh?
Jake Allen, all you gotta do is
No, I don't trust him, man.
and Leon drives
He
up.
bought a laptop.
Shouldn't be too
Yeah.
hard. Could the
I mean,
Mavs
man,
slow down Chris
what do you
Boucher,
mean?
who's shown a beast mode with the
Fake
Raptors,
news.
look to win
Let
their
me remove
third
it.
straight?
What did he buy?
Amazon.
What did he buy?
Laptop na makulit ka.
What do you mean? Oh, no. What
Mas
laptop?
RJ, goal na ang tanong, sa atin natin. You know something happened by yourself, ha? Naming wad na.
Let's go.
He bought it with
Jets
mom's
got the
money.
line out
Yeah.
with an upper body injury. Meanwhile, after getting Sunday off, Freddie Anderson back between the pipes. I promise he will be between the pipes. Anderson, he's never lost in regulation in Winnipeg. 9-2. See the root welcome though. O'Connor crashing into the net. Ooh, the goal was my guy. Running
What do you
over
want?
Anderson. He ends up in the net. No goal. but
Not
ball
tough parts
punches.
nga.
Anderson,
Not
Anderson,
top
and
parts.
Justin Hall. Anderson 10 saves, the first, no score up to 20. Now the Leafs come up on fire for the second. Multiple chances on power play. Zach Hyman had 8 shots in the second. That's a career high. On that same power play, Jake Muzzin stopped Will Nylander in front. And Jonathan Flores. Look at that pass. Oh man. That's Charles 9 shots on a fast power play for the team. A 1-zip lead. Late in the period, Austin Matthews on the rush, moves around the net. He does all the hard work here. Sets up ball, but one-timer sneaks through, but Mitch Marner's there. They tap it in. Zip. Just 34 seconds left. I love this pass. Oh my God. Finds Connor. Beats Anderson. The Leafs. How should we like 32-16, a double up from 2. The Leafs double up. That's just 2-1. Third period, Winnipeg power play, Mark Strike, he's up Josh Morrissey, big blast, it's Anderson in the mask. But Noendo, under 10 to play, we turn it over. Andrew Copp, nice move around TJ Brody, tries the backhand, he can't beat Anderson. Freddie with 27 saves on Monday, under 30 to go, Jets net empty. Alex Kerr for the head, Mitch Marner. He scores, Neil Pionk tries to take a run at it. Marner, overly thrilled with that. Nice words from Pionk out to nice little camera shot. I love that. I love it. Small stones. Check out Tavares. Shoving Mark Scheifele, who then tries to get at the Leafs captain. These two teams, this season, are one of the worst.
This rivalry seems to be bubbling nicely. I'm not sure if Pionk was trying to get there at the end, and then Scheifele was quite upset. It would seem to always your perspective on that final sequence.
Who cares? We won the game. That's all that matters. That's all I care about.
Brady's one of the best in the league, so we got something great for them. You know, I think we just were much more connected, solid team over the last couple of games, and some things are really starting to build. And we know the big states he's gonna make. We only wanna make it easier and better for him.
Hey everyone, welcome inside the Sports Next Central Studios. Today's with me is Danielle Michaud with you. You know what they say, you can't pick your family, you can't pick your friends, but you can pick your all-Canadian NHL matchup, D, because that's what we've got almost every single night.
They're all the way, aren't they? For Vancouver, they'd love to start getting some goals. They were shut out against Calgary on Saturday, but they've got JT Miller, who was their top scorer last season. That cannot hurt. Yeah, Jacob Markstrom shutting out his former team. If anyone knows he can put together a good performance, it's the Canucks.
Yes, it is.
Midway through the first, Jake Virtanen throws it on net to flex off Juuso Valmaki and in. So the Canucks put one past Markstrom after over 70 minutes of play. 1-0. Things started well. Just over 2 to play in the first Canucks power play. 2 on Brock Besser. Elias Pettersson, he misses the open cage. Pettersson still in search of his first of the season. Midway through the second, Johnny Gaudreau works a little give and go with Sean Monahan. Gaudreau puts it short side for his second of the year. For time, 1 apiece. A minute later, from the newbie, Josh Leva. Shot is stopped, scrambled in front. Michael Backlund buries the rebound for his first of the year. The Flames now lead 2-1 with relentless pressure. Under 2 to play in the second, Pearson takes a swing at Sean Monahan. He's called for ice sticking. You don't want to put Gallagher on a power play right now. It's under a minute later. Tyler Myers punches Kachuk like full anyway. Kind of felt very good. He's trying to look for blood. I don't know if he found any. Final seconds of the frame. Flames with 5 on 3. They got a little gas on that one. The Flames outshoot the Canucks 23 in the period. Yuck. They lead 3-1. Third period, another Flames power play. Glenn Lucic knocks Alexander off the puck. Then Mark Giordano winds up, blasts it home in just the right spot. Calgary's 6th power play goal of the season. The most through 3 games since '92. Flames beat the Canucks 2 times in 3 nights. I'm sure they'll be happy to go home 5-2 the final.
Let's stay in Alberta. Avs Oilers, Jake Allen making his debut in net for Montreal. First period, it's another new Avs setting the tone. Josh Anderson runs around in his 226-pound frame. Couple big hits. Midway through, Montreal rookie. What a feeling. Alexander Romanov, point shot, sweeps for Nico Koskinen, and the 21-year-old's first NHL goal. That puck, going on the mantle. People still have missed. I don't know. Second period, late penalty. Of course, comes to Montreal. Yeah, I don't know.
Shopping by yourself, everything in the heart. What?
$100. Put everything in the cart at once.
Don't have money, you know?
Well, Julian challenges. And after a review, it's a good first of the year. The half lead 2-zip after 2. Third period, Oilers on the power play. They turn it over, half go the other way. Arturi Lehkonen hit. Scores. 3-zip, Montreal. 2 minutes ago, Shore forced the turnover. Hello! Oh, Grace Allen's shutout. The Habs, however, do win in his team debut. He won a final.
It's a little bit more special, no question. Be able to put this sweater on, for the 3rd time, but, my real first game. And, I was really looking forward to playing my first game with the Canadiens logo on my chest. The goal for me, obviously, was coming into here this season is, to make Carey be the best goalie he can be. And when he's on his game, he's the best in the world. Obviously, my job is to come in here and collect points as well.
Our power play, we get 7 chances, but you look at the 2 games, we come out of it. I think we had 10 power plays and we came out -2 on power plays. That's an area where it's, that should be one of our strengths, but it wasn't the last 2 games.
Very one-sided 2 games between the Habs and the Oilers. Carey Price and Jake Allen holding the Oilers to just 2 goals. Out of 0 for 10. Most contests.
Switch to the association base. Can I point out that both the Raptors and Leafs played weird, right? Counts. For the game, a nice tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to commemorate MLK Day in the NBA. Toronto trying to win 3 straight for the first time this season. Luka Doncic coming off his 29th career triple-double Sunday, passing a guy named Michael Jordan. I'm not sure. 15th all-time. Third quarter, Doncic splits a D, lobs it up. Kristaps Porzingis flushes it down for the alley-oop. Porzingis led the match with 23. Still in the third pass, though, Siakam backing in on Tim Hardaway Jr. Lays it in, plus the foul. He scored 15 of his 19 in the second half. Then Kyle Lowry finds Chris Boucher, nice dish. Throws down the jam. Lowry had 7 assists. Dealing it the way he does. Third quarter winding down. Lowry with low floater at the buzzer to his 23 points. Along with 9 rebounds. Fourth quarter. Boucher back at it again. Takes contact. Still lays it in. Boucher with 21 points and rebounds. That's his 4th double-double of the year. Your eyes are not deceiving you. He is smacked. And things getting a little chippy. Doncic elbows Stanley Johnson. There's no call. Moments later, Fred VanVleet says a little something, something to Doncic. She gets teed up. The teams briefly come together. Absolutely nothing comes of it. But, you know, gonna top that top. Raptors will Doncic just 15 points, 3 turnovers. They win their 3rd in a row, 116-93. Boucher has been a force off the bench for the Raps, ranking the top 5 in a few major bench categories, including 3rd in field goal percentage and 1st with 33 blocks. Now listen, not all the headlines about Kyrie Irving are flattering, but I think it's important to remind you of some that, for whatever reason, just don't think the same thing. Kyrie donated nearly $350,000 to the New York area to feed people in need during COVID. He committed $1.5 million to help pay WNBA players who opted out. And most recently, he purchased a home for George Floyd's family, something that only came to light because his pal Stephen Jackson revealed it on a podcast appearance. So just keep that in mind when Irving makes his return, which will likely be Wednesday in England against former teams. But for now, Brooklyn looking to end Milwaukee's 4-game win streak. A hotly contested one. Second quarter, James Harden to Kevin Durant for the one-hand smash. Harden with 12 assists in the game. The Nets up 1 at the break. Fourth quarter, Harden gets the tricky layup to go. He becomes the first player in NBA history with 30-plus points and 10-plus assists in his first 2 games with a new team. A little butt tap celebration for all the good that's happening. Final minute, Nets down 1. Harden misses the 3. Hustles to get his own rebound, kicks it to Durant, and yeah, they're going to be really good. It's just,
I hate it.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in right now, okay? But the Bucks still have a chance. Chris Middleton, can he drain it? No! It rims out at the final horn. The Nets win 125-123 game.
All right, Warriors, Lakers. First quarter, Steph Curry. Has he? Oh, no! Anthony Davis got up and got down. Steph finds Kevin Durant Jr., throws it down. Second quarter, Oubre drained 3 of his 23 points in the game. But he picks up attack, and this is worth it. Longer kiss to Montrezl Harrell. Warriors down 16 at the break. Third quarter, Wiggins backing down Dennis Schroeder, who's hard.
The biggest one.
Apparently. Then just lays on the floor as Steph Curry brings the Warriors within 3.
Doing that,
Minutes ago, Golden State up 2. Davis steps back to nail the 3-pointer. That is 6. Reavers game by 26. Golden State up 5. 1.7 to go. Lakers with a chance. LeBron. That was my year in Greenwich. Missing the 3. Warriors trail by as many as 19. They win. 115. Gordon reports Blue Jays agreeing to terms with right-hander Tyler Chapman. Sportsnet tried to be reporting a $3 million deal with incentive. The 31-year-old missing most of last season with 4 injuries, expected to pitch out.
According to ESPN reports, New York Mets general manager Jared Porter admitted Monday to sending unsolicited, explicit texts and photos to a female reporter in 2016. Porter, then the Chicago Cubs director of professional scouting, claimed the explicit photos were not of himself. The woman, a former foreign correspondent covering Major League Baseball, declined to press charges at the time and requested anonymity. Ford apologized in 2016 after the woman responded that his messages were extremely inappropriate, very offensive, and getting out of line. Now, Mets President Sandy Alderson sent this statement to ESPN. Jared has acknowledged to be his serious error in judgment, has taken responsibility for his conduct, has expressed remorse, and has previously apologized for his actions. Mets take these matters seriously, expect professional and ethical behavior from all of our employees, and certainly do not condone the conduct described in the story. We'll follow up as we review the facts regarding this serious issue. And the Cubs also sent a statement. This story came to our attention tonight, and we are not aware of this incident ever being reported to the organization. Had we been notified, we would have taken swift action, as the alleged behavior is in violation of our code of conduct. We take issues of sexual harassment seriously and plan to investigate these matters.
All right. Up next, Arash Madani breaking down the film from this weekend's Bills-Chiefs victory in the AFC divisional round.
Yeah, they were pretty exciting. The drama continues in Columbus. John Tortorella benched Pierre-Luc Dubois and then later claimed he didn't. Well, we'll try and explain it all coming up.
NHL Live, it's like having front row seats to hundreds of games. So live stream your team all season long because you want it hot. NHL Live.
Elliot Friedman, Sportsnet. All right, everybody, it's on.
It's on! Hey, Stewie! It's on! No. Put Connor on! It's on Sportsnet!
3, 2, it's on.
Welcome to the NHL on Sportsnet. It's on.
Sportsnet.
Here's to all the party hosts, Swans and pubs with frequent hosts. Here's to spending time with friends, to sharing stories, tracking trends. No matter where it all begins, people out or just stay in. Please plan ahead and choose your ride so we can all arrive alive.
Pain thinks it can overwhelm you. Icy hot. Icy Cold, to relax. Rise from pain. Icy hot.
Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh, yeah! I wasn't ready.
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Is this the fifth floor?
Yeah?
I got huge news. The next Lotto Max jackpot is $55 million, plus an estimated 4 max millions.
Just think of what we could do with that.
From beach houses to helicopters. If you can dream it bigger.
Does he just live in there?
The draws Tuesdays and Fridays, you can dream to the max. The next Lotto Max jackpot is $55 million, plus an estimated 4 max millions.
Capitals Penguins tonight on Sportsnet.
Sabres looking for their first win in the city of brotherly love. First period, Curtis Lazar on the rush, backhand off the post, then off Carter Hart, and it's a goal. Sabres' first lead in a game this season. 1-0. Second period. Sabres the man advantage. Taylor Hall sends it to the Sam Reinhart. Buries his first and 2 on the night. Make that 2-0 Buffalo. Still in the second, now 3-zip. Chuck gets stopped, Riley Shan in front. And this is an insane pass between the legs.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 if he got himself.
Insane.
Oh, man.
Star puts it home his second night, 4-0. Hearts pulled after about 4 goals for 22 shots. Flyers first regulation.
gonna.
First and final is 2011 as the Sabres win big 6-1.
All right, Jackie Brady, here's what Dubois recently requested a trade from him. Now, during Monday's game against Pittsburgh, Ryan played one shift in the last 7 minutes of his second game. John Tortorella denied this material on the bench.
Cairo with a snipe top corner for the game winner as the Blues take it 5-4.
And the Buffalo Bills have all of Buffalo rocking like they haven't been rocking in 20-some years. Touchdown to Stephon Diggs. Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone by Darren Johnson. And only Jackson can stop him now. Two-lane touchdown. This is the Buffalo Bills. And now they are going to the AFC Championship. Chance to get to the AFC Championship for the first time since January 1990. Is it hit at the 5? Today as he lost the football. This is the devastating Kansas City football.
The Chiefs will not have Patrick Mahomes for the rest of this game.
It'll be 4th and a foot. Then he rolled out, throws out. There's no way. He shocked everybody. And the Chiefs are heading to the AFC Championship game. Great turnaround season has come to a close.
Inside the Buffalo Bills defensive room, the message has been twofold and consistent when it comes to scooping up a fumble or picking off a pass. Be aggressive and set up a wall along the numbers. That message on display when Taron Johnson intercepted Lamar Jackson in the end zone and took it back 101 yards for a touchdown in Buffalo's playoff win over Baltimore Saturday night. How did that game-changing play happen? Our Arash Denny went inside the film room with our quarterback consultant Jordan Palmer to dissect how it unfolded.
Jordan Palmer, quarterback coach, draft trading expert.
He mentors and tutors all of these fine quarterback prospects.
You want to hear from somebody who knows what he's talking about. Jordan Palmer is the guy.
Well, two defining moments have Kansas City and Buffalo headed to the AFC title game. One play more memorable than the next. And Jordan also for the history books. You think back to playoff pick sixes and just how huge they've been. How about Gene Harrison in the Super Bowl?
And
then who could forget Lambeau Field, Al Harris. Then that takes us to Saturday night, Baltimore and Buffalo.
Jackson fires, and that will be intercepted in the end zone by Johnson to the end zone. Touchdown.
Jordan, how did this happen? Was this Lamar just not seeing Johnson, or was there some disguising there?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think it was a combination of both, really, in that Lamar seemed pretty locked in on his target when he got down in the red zone, and Terry Johnson was able to leave the defender that he was responsible for and step in front of this throw, and then he was able to do the rest. Look for a second like he might take a knee in the end zone, and that the presence of mind to keep his feet and take it another 100 yards on top of that.
That gets Buffalo to Kansas City next week. And how about Andy Reid? You talk about a coach with job security. Well, this was a job security kind of move by Reid. the chains showed Thor banned that much. And the night before, the quarterbacks and offensive coaches, when they met, they went over short yardage plays they liked. Even with Chad Henne in the game, they continued with the plan.
Try and come off sides and then take a timeout. You walk up there and say, no play, everybody.
Oh, there's a play. Then he rolling out, throws it. Oh, and the Chiefs are heading to the AFC Championship game.
Jordan, this play worked. Why?
You see right here, the right tackle, what is the pass just hit? That's just on the right tackle. Hey, look, I'm going to line out the right side. Usually secure the edge. The Browns all along are probably thinking this is going to be a hard count. Try and draw them off sides and punt. They get up, they get set, they get the look that they want. Chad puts exactly where he needs. Very easy to miss that throw with that much on the line. Chad, just puts ice water in his veins, puts right where he wants.
You look at the running back there, Darrell Williams, and he sees the pass from Mike Rivers, the right tackle. Is that also a tell of, hey, you're here to block, or is he blocking the whole way?
Well, the tackle's got to decide if he's going to go for the widest guy or if he's going to block somebody inside. And I think the tackle just felt more comfortable saying, yeah, I can get outside and then turn his shoulders. You go ahead and just help secure the edge. You don't need to block him, but just secure the edge so that Chad has a throwing lane, and they were able to do that.
Henny said on film, we saw in these scenarios, the Browns go man coverage. They just stick to what they do. What's the breakdown there?
Yeah, well, I think man coverage is because you're not going to have a lot of defenders in the box to stop the run and fourth and short. Backup quarterback in the game. Good. You think Chiefs here turn around and hand that ball off, and they were able to get a little bit of surprise, put the ball in the air, and man, what a game-changing play. Just adding to this MVP legacy that that's the case.
But what did Chad Henne say after? When you get one-on-one with Tyreek Hill, you confident you win. We always do with our quarterback consultant.
That segment is excellent. It's always a piece that we have coming out phase Monday, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and Jonathan Bennett shares a personal letter to Dr. King on what's changed and stayed the same.
Yeah, it is must watch. Right after the break, the Leafs were able to hold off the Jets. The Hockey Central panel will break it all down.
Empowering discussions with some of the most influential women in sport.
Top of her game with Tara Sloan. Sundays on Sportsnet 1.
Hey, Mom. What's the latest with Danny?
Not good. The insurance company denied his disability claim.
So what's next?
I think it's just giving up.
He shouldn't give up. I'm looking online at Share Lawyers, and there's a lot more we can do.
Really?
Yeah, they've got tons of info and lots of great reviews.
What's their benefit?
Share Lawyers. If your loved one was denied long-term disability benefits, Share is there.
Welcome to Rogers. You're switched to Ignite Internet.
So my office won't be a dead zone anymore.
And it's fast enough for my NASA flow classes.
So I can play in the Champion Series?
Definitely. Ignite your internet. Only Ignite is Ontario's fastest, most consistent internet.
Canada Deposit Insurance Corporation is a federal agency that protects your money when you deposit it with any of our member institutions. Look for our logo. However you bank. CDIC. See how we protect your money.
Right now, a cough or cold could ruin my mission. Luckily, I have Benylin All-in-One with fast liquid relief of my worst cough, cold, or flu symptoms. So I can take on anything that comes my way. Be unshakable with Benylin.
Want to win free Mary Grabs chicken right here? Yeah, we thought so. Download the Mary Grabs app and you can get the crispiest, juiciest ear of your life. You can also win gift cards and loyalty points. The more you use the app, the more you can win. Get happy with Mary Grabs chicken.
It's time to reset your rest. With Casper Stand-Up Sale, save 10% on it right now, including a cozy Casper mattress, plush pillows, and the softest bedding ever. At Casper.ca today.
Hello everyone, and welcome to cannabis. Let's start by putting away those car keys. Driving while under the influence of cannabis is dangerous and illegal. You can lose your license, get stuck with hefty fines, and you can face jail time. Make sure you have a plan for a safe ride home. Designated driver, plan for overnight guests, call a cab, use public transit, always enjoy responsibly. And thank you for driving sober. Now let's get cooking. Visit arrivallife.org.
Hindi mo kakain yung anak ko. Ayaw nilang masama sa video. Maraming salamat, friend Denny Marcos. Yan.
The Sportsnet Fantasy Hockey Pool. Enter now at sportsnet.ca/fantasy.
And again, we'll extend this matchup.
Gutom na. Break time nila, naka-homeschool eh. Makakain na, friend.
Can't get enough of it. You've said it a million times, and I'm gonna keep saying it, especially given how that game ended with Mitch Marner just kind of looking off Neil Pionk there and saying, "Hey man, got 9 more against y'all, and I'm ready for all of it."
Yeah, and I think Toronto definitely sending a message to the rest of the division that they're playing this one. And if you take a look at the NHL scoring leaders through just 6 games, you'll find Tavares and Marner at the top of the heap with 6 points already. They look good. Freddie looked solid, and with more, here's David Amber.
All right, thank you so much. Alongside Elliot Friedman and Anthony Stewart, an impressive win for the Maple Leafs, 3-1 in their first of 10 meetings against the Jets, their first winning streak of this young season, and clearly the number 1 star, Freddie Anderson, impressive, especially in the third period when he was under siege.
In Toronto, when it comes to Maple Leafs, everything's a big deal. It became one of our first big deal questions. Jack Campbell or Frederick Anderson coming off the win in Ottawa, and we got our answer. Anderson got run over by Kyle Connor early, but he didn't let it phase him. And there was one point where 3 minutes let a shot, and that was the chance he got. A great leader speed to Perot, and he stood up to it. He was very solid. Gave up
Okay,
one goal.
kakain na kayo?
But Winnipeg is the
Call James na, ready to eat na.